How's it going on, guys? I'm Worst SMG here, and welcome back again to another top 10 video. And today, I'll be showing you guys the top 10 favorite boss battles of mine from Undertale. In today's top 10, basically, this will be showcasing the 10 of my favorite boss fights that are actually in Undertale. So, this is more of an opinion top 10, but hopefully, nevertheless, you guys still enjoy. But, yeah, before we get right to this, guys, make sure you slap the like button down below, and also comment down below, hashtag Undertale. And without further ado, let's get right to the top 10. But one quick thing, right before we do get to the top 10, this top 10 will, in fact, include spoilers. So, even though that was obvious enough, it's just a warning, so don't get spoiled. Starting off this list at number 10 is, in fact, Toriel. Now, Toriel is the first character besides Flowey that you meet in Undertale that actually helps you through the ruins. The reason why she's so low on this list is because, honestly, at this point in time, even though Toriel is the nicest character you'll probably meet in the game, she doesn't really have much character development as you've met her in the last 20 minutes, maybe. But her fight is pretty interesting, however, as you basically are pleaded to stay in the ruins with her and for her to take care of you, but she refuses to let you go, but you must prove yourself to let you go out of the ruins. That sounded very confusing to anyone who did not play Undertale. Point is, this character doesn't want to kill you. However, you could, backstab her. Yeah. Climbing on to number 9 is Asgore. Now, there's really not much I can say that makes Asgore's fight special other than the fact that the mercy button is removed. But, let's just be real here, he looks like a total badass. Just like Toriel, Asgore is low on this list due to character development. Although Asgore is somewhat built up from the beginning of the game, you kind of really don't get to know him until the moment you meet him. No, but for real though, although he isn't one of the best fights in the game, he is definitely one of the cooler characters in the game in my opinion. So yeah, Asriel Dreemurr is at number 9. Dancing our way up to number 8 is Muffet. Now, Muffet is on this list because Muffet is actually a pretty cool character. Now, to me, Muffet's fight is actually one of the most unique fights in the game because basically what Muffet does is she traps you in her web and you basically gotta watch out for her spider band. And although she doesn't have the coolest fight in the game, she has definitely one of the most unique, and I mean, her music is just kick ass. Not only that, but her pet is just awesome. Moving on to number 7, straightforward, is Undyne. Now, quite frankly, Undyne's fight is actually pretty freaking cool. Not only do I like the mechanics of her fight by facing her spears head on, but I also love her music as well as the fact that you gotta keep fleeing from her just to win the fight. Her character is pretty amazing too, as she's filled with lots and lots of determination. Oh yeah, that, and she's pretty freaking hard. I mean, when I first played Undertale, it took me about a half an hour just to beat her, so yeah, have fun fighting her. At number 6 is Undyne's second form, Undyne the Undying. Now, if you thought normal Undyne was hard, then man, you got some problems when you fight Undyne the Undying. Since you can only unlock her by doing the genocide route, more than likely when you fight her, you're gonna have some pretty tough times. I mean, after all, you do deserve it. But Undyne the Undying is almost like Undyne's fight, just revamped and just look at it. It's brutal. Coming in with number 5 is one of my personal favorite characters. Yet again, another character with a pretty big entrance, Mettaton EX. Mettaton EX's fight is different than the other fights, as this fight, you gotta actually raise up the ratings, and by this, you gotta either get hit, eat certain things, fight, anything that raises up the ratings. And I mean, just look at Mettaton, damn! I mean, like, he's just awesome! It's Mettaton! Just look at him! Look at him! At number 4, it's a Skullbro that you all know and love. Nope, not Sans, but rather Papyrus. Papyrus makes number 4 to me because his fight is just so much fun, and actually funny as well. Not only is Papyrus a total goofball, but he'll actually manage to make you blue, in which it kind of turns your fight from a shooter, dodge thingy, to a platformer. And if you know me, I love platformers, so honestly, it is a really cool fight. Not to mention, Bone Trousel, aka his music, is pretty catchy, if you know what I mean. And plus, you freaking date Papyrus. I mean, like, you just Papyrus. Coming in at number 3 is Omega Flowey. Now, many people say that Omega Flowey is one of the hardest fights in the game, but to me personally, I haven't really had much trouble while fighting Flowey. However, that doesn't change the fact that his fight is freaking insane. For number 1, what the hell is he anymore? And for number 2, he's so OP! And I know I just said that he wasn't hard, but he's hard! You need a lot of time and patience to beat Flowey, or I should say Omega Flowey. And not to mention, every time you die, he crashes your game and forces you to reset your game back to fight him over and over and over again. Just to have you die over and over again. And just to watch you die over and over again. Making him one of the most evil freaking flowers I've ever seen. Well, not that I've seen many evil flowers before. But for being one of the final bosses in one of the runs to Undertale, it's one of my favorite ones. Although it's not my favorite fight, just the dialogue, the personality, everything about it was really cool. And that's why Omega Flowey is number 3. Zooming by for number 2 is the final boss for the Pacifist run, Asriel Dreemurr. Although I did spoil the final boss, I'm not going to spoil much about him as a character. However, I will say his fight is pretty interesting, and I'm not going to show too much of the fight either because I want you to experience it for yourself, because the Pacifist run is a run that you're going to have to feel and play for yourself to truly experience it. Also, his battle music is bae. But yeah, for being one of the final bosses to one of the runs, it leads me to my, well, final character to move on to. For number 1, I'm pretty sure you guys saw this one coming, but it is Sans. Sans has been a character that was around you since the beginning of the game, all the way to the end of the game. However, if you decide to do the genocide route, you do in fact fight Sans, and let me tell you, if you fight Sans, you're gonna have a bad time. Many people actually do not like Sans' fight just because of how hard his fight is, because although he is the weakest character with 1 attack damage and 1 health point, and it does take 1 hit to kill him, he dodges every attack by you, and not only that, but his damage is linger damage to you. He also has freaking Gaster Blasters! Gaster Blasters! Without a doubt though, Sans is the hardest fight in the entire game of Undertale. People have spent hours upon hours upon hours just trying to beat Sans, because if you aren't good at dodging, you ain't beating Sans. And I'll be completely honest myself, I can't even beat Sans. Without a doubt, personality, character, and, well, fight, Sans is, without a doubt, the best. And that is why, out of all the boss fights in Undertale, Sans is number 1. So, yeah guys, that was my top 10 boss fights in Undertale. If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you slap the like button down below, and also comment down below if I should do more top 10s like this. Would you guys like to see more top 10s on Undertale, or some other games maybe? But I had lots and lots of fun making this top 10, so I'll gladly do more if you guys want more. Also, I'm curious to see what your guys' top 10 is. What top 10 boss battles in Undertale is it for you guys? Also, not to fill you in with too many things here, but what's also your favorite Undertale character? But yeah guys, I'm Zombie7T, and I'll see you next time. Have an amazing day. Peace out. Have a good one. Stay awesome guys.